Yo, what up? It's Brendan.
I'm Brandon.
And this is
the Brews and Bros Podcast. Can you pass me the mic?
Passing the mic. Josh. All right, for real this time? There it is. All right, B. So... Alright, so check this out. I'm going to do something really cool. Alright. I hit this, go, blow! It's not camping. It's chilling with a gun.
But it is camping.
No. You see a fucking tent?
And then he's going to take all your kills.
Bro, do you see a fucking tent around here? I didn't think so. Hello?
Not in this one, but in that department store map.
Alright, check this out.
I don't know what it's called, though.
Watch this.
What you going to do?
Slide. I learned this in Tony Hawk. Wow! Sup? Ah!
That guy didn't even try to save your life.
Welcome to being...
Wow! No. I was just talking shit at first, but that for real just confirmed that he didn't even try. He was probably like, oh, that's our guy.
Well, welcome to the life of me playing Call of Duty, because I ask myself 1,000 times a day, I say, so you saw him do this. You watched this happen to me.
Because it's not like,
why? Wait, hold on. JFK style.
I don't think that was... Not gonna lie. It sucked that it happened to you, but it was kind of cool.
That's what I say about JFK.
It was... I don't know. But it's not like Rainbow Six Siege where like you can obviously like tell the difference between people.
Right.
Like, that guy's right there. You deserve that.
We're trying this new... the old...
We're trying to snoop the Call of Duty.
We're trying to snoop... Oh, shiz on my nasal. Check this out. Snoop this... Yo, G!
What? There ain't no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. Watch out. They throwing a tomahawk.
It's the Snoop D-O double G, bro. Of course it happened.
They are throwing a tomahawk.
Bro, it did happen. You know why? Because I threw that weed at him first. I said...
Oh, the 420 smoke. The 420 bomb. So for those of y'all who play Call of Duty, get yourself the 420 bomb as your secondary lethal weapon, because that thing, it'd be smoking dudes.
No pun intended.
No, the pun is intended, because it'd be smoking these fools.
Smoked them out like Snoop D-O double G.
That being said, welcome back to the Brews and Bros Podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
That's Brendan. And so, yeah, once again, we're out here playing Call of Duty again while we're playing, because we figured that last time... It was actually kind of enjoyable doing it last time. Obviously, there's no gameplay because we're still trying to figure out like the intricacies of those things, syncing up audio, syncing up video, that stuff like that.
But it just gives us something to like look at too.
It gives us something a little bit more entertaining to talk about while we endeavor on these things. But Brendan has had himself quite the time playing this game. Dude, what are you doing, bro?
I don't know where he went.
He was hiding behind the car.
He wasn't when I got him. It's
yeah,
cheats.
he was.
This game's full of hackers and heathens.
To be fair, though, Call of Duty is full of hackers and heathens, but at the same time, like, there's a point where, like, I can't agree with you, despite the fact that you're my friend. But I'll still agree with you. But that was cool. That was good. That was a good one.
I'm the best at this game. What do you mean?
Are you the best at this game?
Bro, check this out.
How many matches of domination have you won?
Watch this. Check this out.
Didn't even get me. That was so stupid.
Didn't even get me.
That was so dumb.
I slid in the room and I lit it up.
Oh no, where they at?
Check this out.
He going around. Oh, maybe he already got smoked. Yeah, he got smoked already.
If I run in a circle, they can't catch me.
You know, your logic is sound. Because Call of Duty players, like, yeah, they have, like, a pretty quick reactionary force, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, they'd freak out. They'd probably be like, yo, what is this guy doing?
See? Couldn't hit me. Can't get me.
But, our this whole podcast is just going to be you screaming. Because we still have over 50 points to go before the match is over.
I screamed when I died. Ah! I think that was the appropriate reaction to getting shot in the leg.
by Jigsaw.
Yeah, they got Jigsaw in this game and Leatherface, and they just...
Which is... Oh my gosh, dude.
I got
sorry.
one person.
I'm sorry, but that was not your fault.
That's
like person. Rolling up the hill, and you just open the door, and you're like, oh, goodbye, and then you just leave. Hit him with that weed bomb, B.
I already threw it. Let's hope I got somebody.
You got somebody.
Check this out.
You got somebody with that weed bomb. Because here at Call of Duty, we only smoke the dankest of doinks.
Smoking big doinks in Amish? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
R.I.P. that chubby dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. My voice just kind of gave out. It said, I'm done yelling.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I had ever seen that video, I was like, what is this? And I don't think I watched it. I just kind of skipped over it. And I was like, whatever. And then someone had said something about it, and I ended up watching it a couple days later. And they were like, yeah, man, we're over here smoking big doinks in Amish. And I said, what the fuck is a doink?
What's Amish?
I was like, what are you talking about? And so I ended up watching the video, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And it was one of the funniest things I had ever seen in my life. What happened to your weed bomb?
No, I switched the class to this one. Because I kept getting in the rooms where there was like 5 people running up on me.
So you thought you could just...
Yeah, but then I made the unfortunate of that guy was too far away, and it's just...
Oh, they in there, B. They in there.
I threw it back. I saved my team. Medal of Honor, Captain. Would that get you the Medal of Honor?
Like throwing a grenade back like that?
Like if your whole squad was about to take it and you jumped on it or something like that?
Yeah, that's how Kyle Carpenter got his.
Who's that?
He's the most recent Medal of Honor winner, as far as the Marine Corps is concerned.
I'm quiet yelling at me.
And that's what he did. He jumped on a grenade in Afghanistan.
Is he okay?
Mm-hmm. He lived.
I know that sounds like a dumb question. Some people are like, oh, he died, but I mean...
Yeah, he was in the hospital for a long time and stuff like that, but...
he did it for his homies, though.
And then there's actually a chow hall in 29 Palms that's named after Jason Dunham, who did the same thing in Iraq back in 2004, I want to say, is when he did it. That was embarrassing. Could you imagine you trying to just run up on fools, get hard scopes, and you just get wrecked by some noob with a shotgun?
Not a noob, but no. Imagine if it was a kid on the mic and they're talking mad smack to you, and you're like, "I'm grown."
Maybe. Oh, I thought you got somebody.
No, it gets rid of my stuff. Like if you throw it, like
that's the weird thing that I never really liked about Call of Duty was that you could try to throw a grenade to get the after death kills,
but it'll take it away.
But it disappears as soon as you die.
The only game modes it doesn't
is like in Halo.
Search and destroy. It won't go away. Your equipment stays in those because it's you're still active. Things you can't respawn in, it doesn't do that.
Do you have a pistola or something?
I'll take this guy.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Are you there? Boom, dude! You got him, bruh.
Bro, I'm the best Call of Duty player. That's crazy. I don't think I'd ever be able to get the Medal of Honor. Who knows? Maybe a civilian one like the Iron Cross.
Well, no. We can't even do those no more. What? Please. That's a whole...
No! See, their team helps each other. My team
is not doing anything. My team is barely playing the objective.
But we're winning.
My team is barely playing the objective.
But we are winning.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's what's funny. So your guys' lead was way bigger 10 seconds ago.
You know what, though? I'm going to do something crazy. Check this out. Bah!
I like how you checked the score.
On accident. I was just... Sorry.
Oh. Maybe there's a slight possibility. There's a slight possibility that you were the final kill
or play of the game.
For who?
When I threw that smoke.
That was the final kill. Wow, dude, you did it. You juked his ass out, bro. You juked him out. You went negative, but you juked him out, bro.
Bro, I can go negative. It's a dub, bro. That's 3. We got 3.
That's true. Now we can play something else.
We can play something real, that party mode, see if anything good comes out.
Oh, hopefully it's not as laggy.
You mean that is laggy? Who are you?
I'm a normal human being who likes to play lag-free video games.
Bro, I can't wait till we get this YouTube stuff figured out because this will be so much better.
Yeah. And it's always funny because like, ooh, I got one in the chamber, B. I got one in the chamber. Anyway, before you were so rudely interrupted by your favorite game,
it would just be a lot cooler, a lot easier, a lot of good dankness coming from it, you know, like something.
Dear God, get out of here, bro. I use that.
It was my nose.
I don't care. You ain't wiped that shit.
Amen.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I played One in the Chamber was like that. I just got domed from halfway across the map.
It's okay, because now you gotta try to knife them and get ammo.
Now I ain't got nothing.
Okay, because you only get 3 lives in this mode, if I'm not mistaken.
Got him.
You got your one. It's in there. It's already in. Oh. Because remember, the more people you knife, the more ammo you have. But if you die, you lose all that ammo, and I think everyone only has like 3 lives. I don't know if this one's different, but oh yeah, someone already left.
That's all right.
If you get murdered,
I do not like this map.
I've never played on this map before.
Me either.
It must have been brought in for.
Dude, I almost got first place, B. I almost got first place.
But you eliminated him, bro. That should be good enough. Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, 2 final kill cams in a row, dude. He went whap.
You slit his throat.
That's how you got to do it, dude. That's how you got to do it.
Bruise and Bros podcast does not condone slitting of throats, unless it's for your country.
Not for real. Like, don't go kill nobody. Like, nah.
What TLC say? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Same thing, but don't slit throats. All or nothing.
You know.
And what? Whack.
They don't want you to play. They don't want you to play One in the Chamber.
They don't. They said fudge you, bro.
Don't you do it? The last time you did it, I got harassed.
Really?
No. Because I told you I didn't even start. Because I went to go start playing a match and then I forgot about it. Because I was like, why does it say that? And I said, oh shit, I gotta change that.
I made his clan tag say something political.
And as you guys know, we're not very political people. You broke the game, dude. You broke it.
They didn't want me putting no clan tag.
What were you gonna put?
I don't know yet.
Were you gonna put phase?
Optic, maybe. Be like, hey, I'm part of Optic clan, bro.
I'm gonna put something even funnier, like something good.
This knife is called the box cutter. That's kind of dirty, if you ask me.
The Urban Defiler? That sounds dirtier.
Oh, I forgot. I'm not playing gun game. I'm playing the other one. The Urban Defiler. Ooh.
Yeah, that was the name of that gun.
Hello?
Where's everybody at? Right there, B. Ooh, he tried. Nice. Get it, get it, get it. Don't stop, get it, get it.
What's sad is that was first blood, so...
That means... See, and that's what I'm saying, is like, I feel like with these types of games, like, the maps are just too big. Like, and it's nothing necessarily...
Bad.
It's just that, like, it would probably be a little bit better...
They ganged up on me!
It'd probably be a little bit better if there was, say, maybe 6 people in this game.
Yeah.
As opposed to just 4.
But this is clearly a smaller map, too. Like,
yeah, for sure.
But it's still just... It's just for the amount of... It's not the size, it's the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, like, there's the weird, like, oh, let me hide trying to play a party game on Call of Duty.
What?
What is happening right now? That guy was...
He was swinging at me. It was swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. You will never get this. You will never get this. But then he broke out the cage and he get that.
He get this. What are you doing, dog? Just knife.
Where?
Calm down for a second. Wait.
We're gonna watch this kill kit.
I'm kind of confused.
We lagged, B.
Oh my god. The amount of rage that this particular game would cause, say back in the day, when, you know, like you'd go to like a buddy's house and you'd play like GoldenEye.
I'm calling my mom!
Or like you'd play like Smash Bros. And like, you know, or you'd play like, you know, like you'd go like play Halo or whatever, and you know, you're just all bah, 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 bah. There's that one friend who's not good. I get the feeling that we're both that one friend who's not good.
Oh, bro, I was terrible.
I'd get mad, dude. I'd get butthurt, bro.
I got yelled at a party once because we were playing Halo.
Oh, no.
And they were like, blah, blah, blah. And so, since I was bad at the game, I was like, I'm going to do what I want. So, I ran and I grabbed the chain gun and I ripped it off. And I started murking everybody. And they were like, bro, put it away. And they were big mad. I was like, bro, I'm just playing the game.
That was a good one. You let
Their car! Oh.
You were like Aaron Rodgers, dude.
Yeah, but good.
Well, don't get me wrong. Just as a Vikings fan, I hate Aaron Rodgers, just out of principle.
Uh-huh.
But I've also accepted that maybe I shouldn't take sports so seriously because they're just sports.
No.
Don't get me wrong. If I'm able to watch the game, I'll take it seriously. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, like, I'm actually watching the game.
Or if you have stock in it, like money and stuff, you know?
Yeah, or like if I'm like, but like typically now that I'm at work,
Uh-huh.
I won't watch it. Or I have like no real ability to watch it. And so it's not until you text me 99% of the time, you're like, dude, football is wild today. That'll be like, oh shit, that's right. But at that point, it's like, it's like 1 o'clock, so those morning games are almost over, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably check to see what's up.
And what's worse is it's usually not like super wild, but it's wild enough for me to be like, what's going on?
You're like, wait a second, is this happening? Is this real life?
This isn't how it's supposed to be, bro. Sport team isn't supposed to be winning against other sport team today.
Also, yeah, I almost forgot. Today's Friday the 13th, and I was thinking about that when I was at work. That's 2 Friday the 13th in a row. In back-to-back months.
In 2020?
In 2020.
COVID-13's on the way.
Why is he hiding like that? No.
He thought I was going to throw it at him sooner than that. Oh!
That, even though you died, that was kind of cool.
No.
Yeah!
You got to support me, homie.
I am supporting you.
You said me dying was cool.
Yeah, because I think that.
Well...
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I'm getting idea. Ooh. Well,
See, you can't do this. See, this right here, now that I'm thinking about it, just watching it, because, sometimes you go to those, like, bigger parties where, you got, like, say, 5 kids instead of 4. And, so someone's got to sit one round out.
And they're just
sitting here watching the game, and they're like... they don't know who to egg on because, like, oh, we're all friends, but, like,
pick one, pussy.
Yeah, and it's like, well, which one of us is your best friend? And it's like, well, I mean, you're all my friend. And it's like, no, which one of us?
There is no in between.
It's like, no, which one of us? You asshole. Like, you have to tell us. Otherwise, we're gonna kick you out of the party. Like, we're gonna make you call your mom. Did you win? Oh, you was the final kill.
I got killed by Daddy Dank 69.
Ew.
Nice.
Do you want to tell them the story about the last guy?
Which guy?
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, that stinky...
Yeah. Okay, so, for connotation and for context, neither of us are obviously racist people.
I don't know about Brandon. We kind of on
you
the fence.
Motherfucker, you. Sometimes... Okay, we'll go back a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So last week, I would say, is when you and I both started to kind of maybe get back into playing Call of Duty a little bit more. Especially because you would come over to my house and you were like, yeah, I'll just play Call of Duty before you can play because it's one in the chamber.
Yay!
So,
this was my game, bro.
So I was trying to get back, but you would come over to my house and you were playing, and you're like, man, Xbox Live really hasn't changed. And I said, what do you mean? And you're like, dude, these people, man, they be saying some things that, like, you didn't think they would be saying. Do you want a cup?
Is there one?
Yeah. I just got to dust it out.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I just didn't think about it, and I was like, if B's going to have some, I don't want to be like, put my mouth all over it, like,
I mean, technically speaking, it is your Mountain Dew.
Yeah, but if I share it, I don't want to be that asshole. You ever go to a party and someone just...
No. Could you imagine? I would be so full with rage, I'd leave. I would go home. I'm not even kidding you.
Drink? There's water and milk.
Or it's like you go to someone's birthday party and they order takeout, but like you like had to show up late for whatever reason, and they're like,
"Fuck, I wished it."
they're like, yeah. Did you like bring food? And you're like, no, like I wasn't here. Like I thought there would be food here, and they're like, no, we had to order food. So you got to order food.
You didn't think about me?
And it's like, so yeah, we're gonna go eat if you want. We'll see you downstairs though. And you're just like chilling. So funny enough, that had kind of happens to me.
Oh, when?
But it wasn't anything super crazy, and it wasn't necessarily like, oh, this is my fault or it's the other person's fault. Just to keep anonymous, I won't name names, but...
Name them. It was Bryce.
It was not Bryce.
Oh.
It was actually Will Hassett.
Well, he don't listen. He off Facebook anyway.
So...
We love you, Will.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Will was a super cool friend. Loved hanging out with that guy. And, the thing was, so I had gone over to his house one time to just hang out, spend the night, whatever.
Right.
So I forget the exact reason, but I couldn't quite...
You still won.
I couldn't get over there like right away.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
So I ended up having to go over there after they ate dinner. Well, apparently at their house every Friday, I think it was, is they would you would get whatever you wanted. Like his mom or his mama and dad, they would go somewhere and they would say, "We'll go to this restaurant." And you can get something. And it's like everybody gets to... Like, we get to have dinner out on Fridays. So, to me, who had grown up poor, obviously...
That sounded awesome.
That was a super novel idea. But I didn't know about that until I got to their house. So, I hadn't eaten dinner yet. No big deal. So, she asked me, Will's mom, and she goes... Did you eat? And I said, no. And I was like, no, I think I'll be okay, though. And she goes, no. You're a guest in my house. You're going to eat. So I said, okay. And she goes, well, we had Subway. And so she explains the whole concept to me. So she goes, we had Subway. Do you want some? And I said, I mean, if that's okay. And she goes, yes, of course it is. Like, I'm telling you that it's okay.
Like a mom saying, I want you to be able to enjoy your time here.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I don't want you to go home and tell your parents that, like, we locked you into the basement.
And plus, they probably were just like, it's not a big deal. It's Subway. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I ordered my sandwich.
Uh-oh.
And everything's going great. I forgot. This is on me. This has nothing to do against Will Hassett's mom. She is a very nice lady. I had forgotten to mention, oh yeah, hey, by the way, I would like some mayonnaise on my sandwich. So I get my sandwich. I take a bite into it and I said, this is a little dry. Not like that. I said that in my head. In my head I said that and I was like,
yeah, got 2 bullets.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button, dude. I was pushing B to melee because I was thinking about Halo.
You got 1 life left, B. You better hide. But yeah, like you were saying, mayo.
And dry. So I had just mentioned, I was like, oh man, I think I forgot to ask for mayonnaise. And I wasted it. I'm an idiot.
Run! Swing! No!
As you can tell, one of the chambers is not my game. But
hey, you get XP until this guy wins then. But yeah.
But, so I had mentioned that, and then all of a sudden, she must have just felt really bad. But I was like, so I had to, like, backtrack, and I was like, no. Like, I was like, I promise, like, this isn't your fault. Like, it's my fault. Like, I didn't think about it for whatever reason. Like, I promise you, like, it's not your fault. And so I just always kind of thought about that memory, like, growing up and being like, wow, like, that was... I kind of feel like an asshole for that. Well, I died, and I still got second place.
Yeah, that's what happens if you're good at the game.
But I'm not good at the game.
You're better than that guy was. That's all that matters. You don't have to be the fastest. You gotta be faster than the guy next to you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Remember in The Walking Dead season 1 when Shane and that fat guy are in that school and all the zombies break in and Shane trips him? And all the zombies climb on him, and Shane just gets out the building.
Do you want to know something funny about my experience watching The Walking Dead?
What's that?
So I was in the military when that show came on.
Yep.
I was on Netflix one of the times that I was just like, we had like a weekend or something. So we just had time off. And so I said, wow, Walking Dead. I said, what's this show about? Because I had heard people talking about it, but I didn't know what it was.
People talking and sometimes zombies show up.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, okay, I'll check it out. So I watched the first episode, and I was like, dude, this show's kind of good. This show's pretty cool. Then I watched the whole first season, then I watched the whole second season. Then, as per usual, from all of my stories of watching TV shows, I got busy. So I stopped watching it. A little bit goes by, a little bit of time, no big deal, nothing crazy. I come home on leave and I'm telling my dad about it. And I was like, yeah, I started watching this TV show called Walking Dead. And he goes, oh man, we love that show. And then I started to notice some patterns about The Walking Dead. And I realized that it's kind of like every other TV show as far as a lot of things are concerned. And to me, that show got very predictable very quickly. And I told that theory to my dad, who, mind you, really likes that show.
Right.
Really likes that show.
Uh-huh.
And he said, what do you mean? No, it's not. And he got mad. Bro, he was heated.
Over that?
Said, yeah! I said, what do you mean? I was like, it's super predictable. I was like, I'm about to tell you the next 12 seasons of this show.
And he was like, no, you're not.
And he's like, no, that's not how that works. Blah, blah, blah.
Did he say, no, you're not? Or was he like, don't spoil it for me?
No, he's like, no, you can't do that. He's like, I mean, yeah, like, I guess that's the general gist of things, but, like, that's not how the show is. Because, like, there's other little details that might happen. And I was like, yeah, sure, but...
That's anything. But for the most part, it is predictable. I mean, the only thing that wasn't is they took liberties from the comics that it's based on. Mm-hmm. The comic book itself is a lot crazier and there's a lot more like out of left field stuff. Does that make sense? But that's because the guy who made it, he obviously can do more with it because he's reaching for a specific audience, not like a general TV audience.
Yeah.
Because when a show does that and they're like, oh, we have to go general and kind of make a name or whatever for masses, there are things that have to change that don't always translate well. That's any superhero movie anyway. Because if you read a dialogue in a comic book, it's obviously a lot different than like a real movie or something.
Yeah. and that was like for me, like I always kind of make the joke that DC should stop making movies because obviously just whatever is happening at DC is just ruining their whole cinematic universe. And nobody knows why.
Well, it's just that, like, they're trying to do something that they're not.
For me, I would rather watch a DC animated movie. You shoot through the plywood.
Can't.
Rats.
I told you. That was hacks earlier.
But I would much rather watch a DC animated movie.
I'll take it.
Than
finally
a Marvel animated movie. Yeah. Because I think that DC does animated movies way better.
Hands down. Ain't no contest.
And don't get me wrong, it's not me bashing the MCU. I think the MCU is great, where there's some movies in there that I think were a little wonky and maybe shouldn't belong.
Of course.
Sure. Both Iron Man sequels, as far as we're concerned, not that good.
Right.
But, it's no different than I guess what I'm trying to say is that, I can get why DC fans are upset that the movies are always bad, but at the same time...
Something about seeing a character that you wanted to see forever get big screen time, you want it to be good, you
obviously want it to be good, but at the same time, you have to understand that, there's probably a couple of things that aren't going to go your way.
Oh, yeah.
Because... There's a little thing called a budget.
In DC fans, I'm a DC fan, but a majority of them are very toxic, too. They're like, ah! Like, Batman vs. Superman, it probably wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, I was like, it was a pretty cool movie. I'm here to watch a movie and have fun. I'm not here to think too hard about...
I'm literally here to watch Batman fight Superman.
That's a dumb reason that they get along. What do you mean, bro? Superman was raised on a farm, he got superpowers, and he's gonna save the world? That's a dumb reason to be,
That's a dumb reason to be a superhero. The sun gives him his powers. The color of the radiation of the sun is what gives him his powers. That's not dumb.
He's wearing his undies.
Or like Spider-Man, he got bit by an arachnid.
Yeah, he got bit by a spitter. Uh-oh. Someone's on the last weapon. Yep.
And and so don't get me wrong.
That someone is me.
Ooh, you won, B. You won, dude. Let's go. That was quite the comeback, honestly.
I said, well, it's because I couldn't use that gun.
That's how it was for me last night, because I got stuck on the crossbow.
Watch this right here.
He said, please don't. Oh, you both.
We both
Yo.
killed each other, too.
Oh, my God. Wow. He did. Wow. That's wild, dude. That is wild. But anyway, I would say in terms of stories that are stupid, I would say most villains probably have a dumber origin story than most superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at Green Goblin, for example. At least in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. He was just trying to make sure that he could get, some government contracting money. All right, that makes sense.
So he forced a project together.
So he forced a project on himself, and he said no. He's like, I'll be the test subject. Obviously, things went awry. He goes crazy, yada yada yada. But his one revenge is that I gotta kill Spider-Man because he's not letting me be evil. He got mad at me because I didn't kill everybody. And it's like, why don't you calm down, Green Goblin? Or like Doc Ock.
Poor Doc Ock.
I think he got it the worst out of all of them. Sandman,
again,
his origin story,
in the movie's sake, at least.
In the movie's sake. Doc Ock, I think, was probably the worst origin villain. Because it's like, I can get where you're coming from. Like, yeah, okay, these things might have a mind of their own, but like, how does a small electrical error amount to that?
At Chernobyl.
But that wasn't an electrical accident.
What was it?
It was the reactor.
You got one life left. It's okay, you can start another round after this because one chamber kind of quick.
What the fuck? Hopefully this guy wins. Wow, you suck, bro. I'm watching Mango Artist.
Wait, yeah, he winning. Watch him. Good
Ooh.
job. Bonus XP.
But
Uh-oh, Dashy XP.
I was eliminated, B. But for me, I get why people are upset. Like, okay, we use video game movies as an example as well. For the most part, video game movies kind of booty a lot, right? I watched...
It's not their fault, though.
My problem with video game movies is, like... There's too much shit to pack into a movie format of a video game, rather than, like... I'd rather see, like, a video game TV show.
Well, yeah, but I also think, like, sometimes they just kind of take more, again, artistic liberty for more of a wide audience. Because they don't think that the one designated audience should watch it all. But I didn't mean to cut you off. It was just...
No, and so... Like, for instance, I, to this day, have never played World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Ever. I watched the World of Warcraft movie. I thought that movie was kind of good. It was pretty entertaining for what it was.
World of Warcraft!
Could I see why people were mad at that World of Warcraft movie? Sure. But then again, I didn't play the game. And so I think that's what a lot of people who watch comic book movies or TV shows or what have you don't quite understand. Is that, like, yeah, obviously you're the target audience, but at the same time, so are the millions of other people that we're trying to market this movie to anyway.
Yeah, we got to make more money. If you want it to be specifically for you, you should just take the project to Kickstarter, and fund it yourself. That's what Tom McFarlane was saying. Because he was like, Sony might not want to buy the Spawn movie from us. He's like, but if we did, we could bring it to Kickstarter, and if you guys fund for it and you guys want it, then we can make it and you guys can watch it.
I mean, the perfect example of that is the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Hell yeah, I love it. He made that for, again, his audience, and the way he funded it was just everything he does, he got, like, the funding for it. But rather than putting, like, theaters everywhere and, like, not get money, he took it across country to his live show, so the people who paid to see him got to watch the movie. So he gauged the interest level. He said, oh, here you go. Kevin Smith's awesome. I like Kevin Smith. What are you doing, B?
I honestly thought it was a sniper rifle.
All the time. Or when it's one shot and you're holding it down and go, oh, no. You're focused. You're in the zone. You got a medal. Oh, shit. Here you go, B. Ah. Hold on, y'all. But I read something racist earlier on here. I think we meant to talk about that.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
We went on a tangent. But, I reported somebody for the first time ever in Xbox history. Now, again, this is all for context. That was the first time? Like a legitimate report, yeah. I don't be reporting people, bro.
I don't report people either. Like, sometimes as a joke, like when we would play Rainbow Six, for instance, like, I would report people for cheating all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah. But this is one where I was like, you know what? This is a little bit much. Because maybe I'm the punk here, but homeboy had his name as the Stinky Porch Monkeys.
Like, yeah, like, you probably shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. Like, in today's day and age, maybe not.
Especially, like, on the Xbox. But, I mean, I'm also still happy that it's such a toxic community with how, like, politically correct we are.
It's
and funny enough, as I'm saying, like, I don't like this one guy's name, so I had to report it for being, you know, but there you go, B.
But, like, and I think it's kind of, like, in a roundabout way, it is kind of funny that it's like, oh, yeah, here are all these, especially because, like with Call of Duty especially, you get the stereotypical, like, oh, it's just a bunch of 13-year-olds who are playing a video game. Why are they like that? Like...
But it was the thing, from what I was hearing, like, it was the kids, but it was also, like, the adults, too. I was like, I get in here and I'm getting called the FA6 word and all these other things, and I was like, you know what? No matter how much people fight for PC, if I go on the Xbox, it don't matter anymore. It don't exist here. This is like, what's that? International waters. That's what this is like. B, you might do it.
Maybe.
You're only one behind. You're caught up with the leaderboard.
Oh, here's that fucking crossbow.
You got it, though. Now, remember, if you get to 18, it's the throwing knife, not the actual whatever. All right, throwing knife. The bumper.
Ooh, dude, I won! Oh my god, I don't think I've ever won a game of gun game.
I knew you'd do it.
Okay, so even crazier. For those of obviously of you who are listening and we don't have, the video evidence. What's super crazy about that is I was down 4 kills when we started this match. I was down 4 kills. That is the craziest thing that has ever occurred to me in my life.
You got a headshot, too.
And so, but to, kind of, to go back to what we were talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just having fun, y'all.
It's kind of weird because it's like that can't happen anywhere else. Like, you can't, like, be toxic like that on, like, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything like that because they'll just fucking, bam, boot your ass off. Right. And it could be that because you don't pay for it.
Well, and the thing is, Xbox, I guess, and I'm not adding anything, I'm just clearing some of this green stuff. Xbox is monitoring stuff like that, so if you be getting reported, they have it on file and they can pull it up. And but I don't think enough people care. That's just how it is. Like, that's the community.
It's like you're just playing a video game. You're just mad. You might actually be a racist, but there's a potential, sure.
And I think a lot of time it's not that someone's like a white kid calling someone that word. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? That they're just trying to get a rise out of someone because they're like not having a good time with the game, or they're just being a troll. And it is what it is. Like, it's different, than someone actually walking outside being like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it."
Yo, he was coming for you.
I know.
He was Alex Jones, bro. He said, "And I'm coming,
bro."
Why did he turn around like that?
Because I think he was trying to slide. So I think he thought he got behind me, and he was trying to do this little number.
I suppose that makes sense.
But I don't know. I don't play that much Call. Ah!
But, because I'm trying to think if it was... I think it's PlayStation is going to, like, actively monitor, like, your chat.
So, it's not going to actively monitor it. Based on my understanding, it's going to do what Xbox does, to where it's saved, essentially. So, let's say you're at a party with someone, and you're saying something, and they're like, hey, I don't like this, and they report you. Sony can be like, okay, and pull it through. That way they don't ban your account if someone's just being an asshole. Or if you're like, hey, yeah, you're violating our service, you're actually being a turd.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. Have fun on your PlayStation that you can't sign into online anymore. Want to see something really cool, B?
Sure.
All right, check this out. I threw a knife. But anyway, like you were saying.
But yeah, and
So much.
because like, and it's funny because like especially like with the Rainbow Six community, for instance, everybody knows that community is like super, or at least people in the video game community kind of understand that the Rainbow Six community is maybe not the nicest.
Hey, I'm part of that community, kind of.
And and so it's one of those funny things where it's like you see people who like PC game, and they're always getting banned for like what seems to be like the dumbest thing.
Right.
Whereas you can say things that are just super like off the wall on
like
Xbox,
bands.
and it's just like, nah, that's just who it is. That's just how we roll.
That's just Xbox. Oh my gosh. I can't even spawn without getting obliterated from behind. I feel like I'm on like America's Next Top Model, bro.
These people are just too good, bro.
It's not that they're good, it's that this map is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like small, but I'm like, ugh.
And it's weird. It's like this is the only one that's lagging like that.
But I think it's because it's so small. You know? I think it's because of how fast it is, how many people there are, and how like slow it is. With the fact that a new Call of Duty just came out, so they're probably trying to mess with the servers and be like, okay, hold on, no longer on this dedicated server. Like, see? I just gotta try to read. I'm so bad at this. But I, you know what though? At the end of the day, I love my PlayStation, bro. They could tell me that I'm a bad word. I'll say, you know what? Take more money from me, please. I like you guys. You're fun.
And it's funny. I obviously wasn't an Xbox kid growing up,
right?
Because Xboxes were, I mean, they weren't expensive necessarily. It's just that's just not what we had.
But it kind of came out like the 360 was before the PS3, but the PS2 was out, so you would have probably had the PS2. And then
yeah, so that was actually it wasn't the first game system that we ever owned.
You had a Wii, right?
We had actually typically what my parents would do is every year what they would do for Christmas is like a group present for us kids is they would get us the latest and greatest Nintendo system. So, there was one year where, I think I was probably maybe 5, maybe 6, and we got an N64. Had that, then we moved to Arizona, then bam, it was the GameCube, and then it was the Wii. But in between the GameCube and the Wii, we also got a PlayStation,
right,
or a PS2, and so for that was something that was supposed to. It was one of those weird things that like my dad was like, "Oh yeah, this is mine,"
but he ain't using it.
But he doesn't ever play, so it's like, well, okay, so it's just kind of for us kids. And so we had that for the longest time.
Right.
And that was, the system. And I think for the most part, I only knew a couple people at the time who had an Xbox. And the only people that I really knew that had an Xbox were my cousins. And so, like, that's how I got introduced to Halo. Like, I had a couple of friends, like, whose older brothers had Xboxes. Nothing crazy. But at the end of the day, I had my PlayStation. Then we had the Wii, and then I, get my first job ever and I get enough money to play or to get my own PlayStation 3. Because I said, I'm going to get a PlayStation 3 because I really want to play God of War.
Heck yeah, bro.
And so I remember people were always talking about how, oh yeah, you know, why'd you... They were like, so you just bought a PlayStation for God of War? Like, you only bought it for one game? And I was like, yeah. Because that's how much that game franchise, like, impacted my life.
Plus, I could always get more games later, but right now...
Exactly.
I need to play God of War. Which is kind of like, even though the game's not out yet, when I was getting that PS5 and I was pre-ordering it, and I was like, well, do I want to do the Xbox or the PS5? I was like, well, I've always had a PlayStation first. And then they were like doing the conference, and they're like, oh yeah, the new Spider-Man's coming out. I was like, okay, that's cool. But then they're like, oh, God of War's coming out. So I was like, well, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put down and I'm going to get the PlayStation first just to have it, because if God of War's going to be... And that ultimately what it would come down to is the exclusives on the consoles for the time being.
And that's kind of the boat that I'm in as well, especially with, you know, the new Xbox and the PlayStation in general anyways, is that for me, I think like the first name exclusives for the Xbox, which don't exist, are you know, it's not something that I'm like super awesome and like excited about. I'm like, for me, I'd rather be able to get a console and then get at least one game.
Right, like something new, not like, oh, this is on
like
both.
Oh, let me get, you know, the new, you know, let me get the new Call of Duty.
Right, to break it in.
Yeah, and it's just like I could do that. I don't want to, but I could.
Well, and the other thing that I thought was kind of cool, kind of side note with it is, with the PlayStation 5. If you have PlayStation Plus, they have the PlayStation Plus collection. You can download each of the games. Mm-hmm. It has the newest God of War on it that came out. It got Day Is Gone, like a lot of the PlayStation 4 exclusives.
Yeah.
But like PS5 enhanced, and it's like you don't have to pay extra for them. You can download them as long as you have Plus and play them whenever. And that's like, wow. Detroit Becoming Human was on that list.
So, funny enough, I was actually talking to Dylan about that like 2 days ago.
Shout out to the homie Dylan.
And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, because he was talking about PlayStation, and I was like, well, I was like, that's the thing. It's like I don't play my PlayStation enough comparatively to my Xbox, because I started to play my Xbox a lot because of our friend group in high school.
Yep.
Because they all had Xboxes.
That's why I started playing Xbox, was because of you. I was like, I want to play with Brandon, because you weren't playing on the PlayStation.
No, because I was playing on PlayStation. I was just playing Assassin's Creed 2.
You weren't playing with me on the PlayStation. Because I was like, oh, let's play. But then when I got the Xbox, we started playing Halo, Minecraft. We played a lot more together.
We played a lot of stuff. And, you know, and so just over time, like, that's just how it is. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself an Xbox person.
The only reason I bought the other Xbox that I have now that I play on was because I wanted to play Rainbow Six Siege with you.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't have it, or no, you got it before you had moved out.
Yeah, so I could play Rainbow Six Siege with you.
And then you just moved, and then you moved out, and so you ended up, you know, we were still able to play, and you know, so for me, it's one of those things that it's nice to have both, and it's nice to have like a group of friends.
Well, that's the other thing.
Also have both, or have at least, you know, something.
And that's the other thing is, because I play with you, and that's about it. And so I was like, well, I got my Xbox One X, or the S, whatever I have. I was like, he has that too. We could still play on that whenever. But, like, when I'm by myself, and it's like, well, what games do I want to play when I'm alone? Well, my PlayStation 5, okay, that's going to have what I want to play.
Yeah, like, and I think for me, like, you know, and again, this isn't necessarily a dig on Xbox or anything. But I also really enjoy, as far as, say, story content is concerned, the PlayStation games over Xbox games. There's just something about PlayStation games. I don't know what it is.
Just the way the stories are. Like Naughty Dog in general, like that as a company. Oh, with the Uncharted and stuff. Okay, you gotta throw a knife. Oh no, you got this first. I was like, he's here. Oh shit, that guy's throwing the knife, B. All right. As long as you get the throwing knife, you'll win. Yes!
Dude, that's 2 in a row, dude.
And he also had the final weapon. He was on the final gun, too.
Wow.
Pretty sure this will be my last round, though.
Yeah.
Based off timing and everything. And then.
Yeah, so I would say with that, we'll probably talk more about Xbox and stuff like that probably next week.
Oh.
That
dude's probably mad you came from behind, bro.
Uh-huh. Because at one point I was on the bottom of the
You had 10, and everyone was like, oh,
they're like, oh, this guy's out. But with that being said, make sure to follow all social media platforms, subscribe and share videos on the YouTube page. Follow us on Spotify. I'm trying to think what else is there.
We got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Discord? I don't know.
We do have a Discord.
Don't touch it yet, you heathen.
So make sure you do all that. Follow all the friends of the podcast in the links below on the YouTube page. Other than that, that's all I got. You got anything?
Hitler wore an Iron Cross he earned in World War I like a pussy.